Top future space missions, return of humans to the moon. A space mission is a planned journey by a manned or an unmanned vehicle into space for a variety of reasons, usually to explore the planet, such as exploration of celestial features in outer space. It is important to know that in some developed countries like the United States and China, there have been future space missions in place to be undertaken either by the government or private organizations. Some countries have already sent things into space, and there are things that are just floating in space for no good reason. Space has been a mystery for scientists and virtually most people on Earth. Years ago, there has been a visit to the moon, and just of a recent, reports claim that Mars has also been visited, and there are so many planned space missions set aside for the future. It may interest you to know that most of the planned space missions are credited to NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, a United States agency that is responsible for handling all aeronautics affairs and space programs. In this article, we are going to look at the top 10 future missions to be carried out in space. 1. Living in space. Read more at. Living in space is one of the most interesting future space missions everyone wants to witness. The mission is also called Space Settlement and Space Humanization, which is targeting to have a permanent human habitation in various locations outside the Earth such as the Moon, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, etc. It is important to know that every other space mission in place will, at the end of the day, aim to see whether life is viable of surviving outside the Earth. And that is one of the greatest mission scientists set to achieve. 2. The Orion Crew Exploration Vehicle. Read more at. The Orion Crew Exploration Vehicle is one of the new NASA's missions that are designed to develop a new spacecraft with a retro feel. This project will incorporate new design with the new capsules said to be larger and will have the capacity to accommodate up to 4 crew members. The size of the Orion Crew Exploration Vehicle has attracted the attention of NASA officials, with some describing the mission as Apollo on steroids. 3. The return of humans to the moon by 2020. Read more at. The purpose of the mission is to explore more of distant world. The moon happened to be the first celestial body that has been explored in the space. It was gathered, in 1959 the Soviets were the first to obtain an image from a far side of the moon as the time when the place was never visited by any human. In 1962, the U.S. exploration of the moon began. From that period the moon has been explored for scientific researches and so on. Now, one of the most interesting future space missions to be seen is the return of human to the moon by 2020. 4. Space Launch System, SLS. Read more at. The SLS is a rocket program that is incorporated with technological advantages. It is a proposed development that will be designed to carry the Orion multi-purpose crew vehicle, and is targeted to be achieved by 2017. It is important to understand, this part of future space missions will also take care of important cargo, science experiments, as well as equipments to the Earth's orbit and even to destinations beyond that. Experts suggest that, the Space Launch System mission will be one of the greatest missions in history, as it is aimed to serve as a backup for commercial and international partner services that will be linked to international space stations. 5. A mission to Jupiter's icy moon Europa and its subsurface ocean. Read more at. NASA is trying hard to see that every part of the planet has been explored to maximum abilities. A mission to Jupiter's icy moon Europa and its subsurface ocean is one that is aimed at exploring a promising environment in the solar system to see whether it supports life. A journey to Jupiter can only be viable if the NASA's budget has increased to $4.7 billion.